mobile clinics moving from community to community that will partner with community health centers and local primary care doctors to offer vaccines to hard-hit and hard-to-reach communities in cities, small towns, and in rural communities. And to staff up these centers, we will mobilize thousands of clinical and non-clinical professionals. Think of the people that we deploy in natural disasters. Experts from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, from FEMA.
Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to my teachers, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and all the men on down respectfully. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Barakatam to the sincere argument Akwatim that believe in the sincerity and truth, man. Alright. Just a short 30-second, 40-second clip, however long this clip was, man. And it says a lot, man. You know, being that Jake, man, this guy getting ready to be inaugurated. If he hasn't already, I'm not sure, haven't watched, but yeah, you know, being that this guy Biden, if he's not already, he's about to be inaugurated, man. You know, because, you know, throughout his campaign, he's been discussing how he's going to basically his plan, you know. And like I said, you know, just this 30-second, 40-second clip, man, you know, it says he's saying a lot, which, you know, I'm sure it went right over a lot of people's heads, you know. But basically, man, you know, life is about to get real uncomfortable for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, all right? And, you know, speaking more so to Jake, man, because Jake, they put their trust in this guy, you know, and like it's been said before, man, you know, it's going to be to your detriment, putting your trust in these devils, all right? Because again, you know, if you pay attention closely to you know, his message, all right, you know, and what he wants to accomplish, all right, because again, you know, he's stated how, for the most part, he wants to pretty much target more so those the communities that are affected the most, which will be you Jakes, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And these are his words, all right? He's come out and talked about how he wants to, for the most part, prioritize getting Jake vaccinated first, all right? And, you know, with that, you know, he's talking about how he wants to mobilize these vaccination centers, whether they be in, you know, large communities, rural areas, wherever, community centers, you know, whatever the case may be, all right, you know, and not only that, he's talking about mobilizing the FEMA. So he wants to bring in FEMA, which again, you know, with that being said, you know, he wants to mobilize FEMA troops to help out with these vaccinations and whatnot. But with that, you know, bringing in FEMA again, you can expect to come with that FEMA camps and these concentration camps. All right, yeah, they disguise it as you know, because they'll of course they're not going to come out and tell you that there are FEMA camps and, you know, concentration camps. Of course they're not going to say that, you know, but, you know, because it's come out that they want to transform a lot of these stadiums and these arenas, transform them into vaccination centers or whatnot. All right, so that's something you can expect with this guy and his administration. All right, you know, because also he's been talking about the first 100 days he gets in office, which that's also something I want to, because I brought out in another video and I wasn't kind of sure, but come the inauguration, which would be today, the 20th, today, 100 days that he's in the first 100 days he's in office, all right, he's going to sign all type of executive orders, all right, because like it's been said before, man, Joe Biden, man, he's coming with the lockdowns, he's coming with the shutdowns, the face masks, the mandates, and all that stuff. He's with it. He's coming with it, all right, and being that, because best believe, man, Jake, man, if all hell doesn't break loose tonight or within the next couple of days or whatever, you can expect. Don't be surprised that Jake, they might throw up some type of, they might throw some parties or whatnot. They might get together, barbecue, whatnot. You know how Jake is, all right. And again, being that Jake is in that spirit of peace and safety, which I'm going to get into that, all right, because again, being that Jake put their trust wholeheartedly in this guy, Jake really thinks that they have accomplished something, all right. When Jake, man, they have no idea that they have no idea that the hell this devil is about to bring, all right. But also, because like I said, what I want to talk about, because I brought it out in another video, and sure enough, let me get this real quick. Looked it up, because like I mentioned, the first 100 days that he's in office, this is something that he wants to accomplish. He wants to get these things. He wants to get a lot of these things done. He's talking about 100 million doses of these vaccines, which again, Jake being the priority for these vaccines, right? Which that's basically like a third of this population. He wants to vaccinate a third of the population, right? Because there's roughly 300 to 350 million people here in Babylon, right? And again, he wants to vaccinate a third of that population. All right, but again, concerning this 140, the first 100 days that he wants to, with the things that he wants to accomplish, the first 100 days that he's in office. All right, because 100 days from the day would be April 30th, 2021, right, which will be a Friday, and then after that would be the May 1st, which, like I brought out in the previous video, all right, that's basically when the so-called Illuminati was established, May 1st, 1776. Because like I said, I brought out in another video, but I wasn't so sure. But I went back and did a little research on it, and pretty much standing corrected, right? Because you got this guy, what's his name? I looked into him a little bit. I can't pronounce his name. Or the first part of his name, I don't know if it's John or Johan Adam Weisenhout. All right, and if you read there, it clearly says Slack, yeah. But reading here, it says Johann Adam Weisenhout was a German philosopher, professor of civil law and later canon law, and founder of the Illuminati, a secret society. All right, and again, that he founded this, what you would call the Illuminati, May 1st, 1776. All right. So again, 100 days after today, that would end on the 30th of April, and after that you would have May 1st, 1776, and that's that's kind of a time period where a lot of I'll say, like, a lot of demonic stuff goes down, a lot of spiritual wickedness, a lot of spiritual things on the left hand, it goes down during that time. So you got to ask yourself again, because again, this guy Joe Biden, he's been 100 days. He wants to do this. The first 100 days, he wants to, the mask mandates of the first 100 days. He wants to do this. He keeps mentioning this 100 days, and like I mentioned before, because one of the elder brothers that I watch, he brought it out, and it makes sense. A lot of things could take place, after today, because I've been telling people, man, just be on the lookout, man, and be circumspect, because something may not necessarily go down today, or even the first couple of days or weeks or whatever, but more so, you want to look out for what could take place after, because again, being that they got more damn troops out there in DC. Someone brought it out. They got more troops in DC than they do in Afghanistan. All right, they got a small army out there in DC, you know, and as well as other places throughout the 50 states. They're, you know, been mobilizing this military. Let me go ahead and park real quick. Bear with me, because basically the point, man, you know, these are definitely the times. Because like I said, man, life, and this goes for, you know, us in the truth as well. You know, life for so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, and as well as us. All right, those that are in the truth. All right, life is about to get real uncomfortable. All right, because again, you know, this guy, he's with the shutdowns, lockdowns, and all that. He's with it. So, you know, you just got to sit back and see how these things play out, man. But nevertheless, man, this is the time to, like it's been brought up, man. This is a time to, you know, if you're not praying enough, man, this is definitely not the time to be slacking off when it comes, you know, when it concerning prayer. You know, this is the time, you know, we definitely got to be fasting and praying and whatnot. All right, because it's going to get real uncomfortable. All right, and you know, like I played the clip, man. This guy, Joe Biden, man, he's bringing that fire, man. You know, he could very well be the guy to do it. But let me get into a few of these precepts. Don't plan on this to be too long-winded as usual. You know, because definitely paying attention to what's going on, you know, what's going down today concerning this inauguration. But like I said, me personally, you know, I don't expect nothing to really go down, so to say, but it's more so afterwards. What could take place in the next few days, the next few hours, the next few days, the next few weeks. You know, what can take place? Because again, you know, they already got the military mobilized. All right, you know, if you pay attention to what's, you know, how it looks out there in DC, man, it's like a damn war zone. You know, and like it's been said, man, you can expect more and more. Because they got checkpoints out there in D.C. Certain parts, man, they got checkpoints. You know, military stopping vehicles, and you know, people getting asked questions and whatnot. All right, and like it's been said before, man, it's been brought out. All right, that's what you can expect more and more throughout all of America. You know, all 50 states, man. You know, because again, you know, like I keep saying, nothing might necessarily go down today, but you know, we're expecting something to, you know, some major event to where, again, be that the military is already mobilized. You know, you know, and with that being said, man, you know, being that the military is already here, you know, something could go down to where, you know, again, you know, your local cities, man, they you know, you see more military personnel and checkpoints and stuff like that, just like what's going on out there in DC, man. You know, but let me get this, man, and it's a spirit, because it's pretty much the same precepts that I went over in a previous, you know, the last video I did, or pretty much the same chapters. Let me get this in 1 Thessalonians 5 and starting at verse 3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety," all right, because again, being that, you know, already, you know, seen a lot of posts, you know, concerning Jake, man. Jake is this is a good day for Jake. You know, being that, again, you know, Joe Biden, he's about to get inaugurated if he hasn't been already. Again, I haven't watched or anything, but you know, being that Joe Biden is getting in office, all right, Jake is happy. They really do believe in their heart that they accomplished something. Jake is excited, all right, and again, you know, because they're in that spirit of peace and safety. They think they got it. You know, here it is. Biden is talking about more stimulus money, giving out more stimulus money and whatnot. All right, and that's all a facade, man. You know, to keep you people in a docile type spirit, man. Because again, you know, what they put on the outside, man. Best believe, man, they've got something completely sinister going on behind closed doors, man. You know, and that's why it says, when you read on, it says, "Then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." So you see, just when you think it's all sweet and handy dandy and whatnot, all right, sudden destruction, man. You know, I'm gonna jump down to verse 6. It says, "Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober." All right, because like I said, man, this is definitely the time now. You know, definitely want to walk circumspectly. You know, keeping your head on a swivel. You know, because so to say, we know, you know, according to the prophecy, what the prophecy states, for the most part, what's what's going to take place. We just don't know how it's going to be enacted. We just don't know how these things are going to go down. So that's the part you want to look out for. Yeah, we know martial law is going to be implemented. All right, we know concerning the seditions among men and the rioting. But we know these things. We just don't know like concerning martial law. We know it's coming. All right. We just don't know the event that's going to take place to set it off. All right. So, that's one of those things, you got to be on the lookout for and watch out for, being sober, keeping a clear mind, staying clear headed, because there's a lot of things, man, and me personally, man, I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, man, been a lot of distractions going on around me, because being that we're in this flesh, sometimes you get caught up in other stuff, get caught up in the conversations and other stuff and whatnot, but nevertheless, man, because that's how Satan gets you, man. He gets you, with all these distractions and whatnot, and I'm sure other brothers can attest. All right, but nevertheless, man, you don't want to get too caught up in the things of this world, man, and what's going on, man. Because right now, man, the focus being prophecy, man. If you watch the elder brothers of Great Millstone, man, they're constantly pushing prophecy. Because this we're in a time of prophecy, man. A lot of stuff is going down. A lot of stuff is going to go down. All right, things are only going to intensify and ramp up. So this is like I mentioned in the other video, man. This is not the time to listen. The foot is on the gas pedal, man, and it's not easing up. All right, because you can expect things to ramp up, man. Things are gonna, like I said before, man. You thought 2020 was a hell of a year. 2020 went by so quick. Well, it's only going to again, dude, the foot is not going to ease up off the gas. Things are only going to speed up, and things are going to be happening even a lot quicker. All right, but that might be all I wanted for this. It pretty much just goes into how, like, when you read verse actually I just read it, verse 6 again. It says, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Yeah, because these people, man, they're dead, man. They're spiritually dead from the neck up, man. They're in that spirit of slumber, when the scriptures clearly tell you. I'm gonna go ahead and get that. I haven't brought that out in a good while. I think it's Romans 13:11, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if that's it. Yep, it says Romans 13:11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. So you see, because clearly, we're not in the time of being lax as days ago and whatnot. We shouldn't be in that spirit of slumber, and slacking off and getting comfortable and complacent. This is clearly not the time for that. All right, things are happening. All right, and even more so, things behind closed doors. All right. Because I've been watching some of the other brothers, man, and they brought up some good points concerning the type of military weapons that they got out there. I'm not even going to bring that out in this video, but because again, expecting something to go down, man. They spotted a ship like out there in I believe it's out there in California. They seen something. And, I'm still looking into that, but because, it's been said before, like I brought it up before, man, America's getting ready to get invaded, man, and a lot of those foreign troops, they're already here, disguised as civilians, they just basically, they've been here, and they basically just waiting on the green light, because again, America's going to get invaded with military, foreign troops, man, and again, because it just makes sense, something could go down, man, within the next few hours, within the next few days, few weeks. All right, with the type of weapons that they got out there in DC, man, it just doesn't make sense why they would have all this for an inauguration, because like I said, because supposedly they got, if I'm not mistaken, now they got up to 65,000 troops out there now. Like I said, somebody brought it out. They got more troops out there than damn Afghanistan. So something, expecting something to go down, man. And again, this is the point being that you want to walk circumspect, man, and stay on your toes, man. Because again, just like that, our life can or it will in fact drastically change. So like I said, man, life is about to get real uncomfortable for all of us. All right. Again, being that Joe Biden, man, he, they're playing something, man. But let me get the other precepts that I've got lined up. Get this 1 Peter 4:7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. All right. Because again, we're in the end times where, a lot of these prophecies, man, they're going to be jumping off the book, man. They already are, It says, be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. All right. Because again, you don't, for one thing, you don't want to get caught up in, this hour of temptation that's getting ready to befall us all, man. This is why we pray that the Lord, like it says in Our Father's prayer, what does it say? Matter of fact, let me go to it real quick. It's mentioned in the Our Father's prayer. Bear with me as I look for it. Yep, this is it. Matthew 6:13. It says, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. All right. So you see, that's the point. The point being, praying to Yahweh Shem Shah that, he doesn't give us up, when this hour of temptation comes, man. You pray to Yahweh Shem Shah that, he remembers us, that he doesn't forget us when it's all said and done and all hell starts breaking loose on him, man. Because like I keep saying, life is about Joe Biden. This is what these jakes don't understand. Joe Biden, he is about to make life extremely difficult for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and all of us, even us in the truth. All right. Life is about to get real difficult. This is what Jake fails to read between the lines. All right. Because like I said, clearly in that 30-second, 40-second clip that I played, all right, he brought out a lot of information that just went over people's heads. Like he's still talking about he's still mentioning a dark winter, being that we're still in the winter season. All right. And this 100 days, man, hey man, anything can happen. Like the other brothers keep saying, man, anything can go down. So again, this is why we pray to you. How about Shemir? This is the time to definitely, like I said, want to stay prayed up, man. And actually, I think let me go back to that real quick. I think I finished it. First Peter 4:7. It might not be in this one. I'll read it again. Verse 7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. All right. But there's another part. I don't know if it's in this one. It's not in this one. But it just, it talks about praying without ceasing. All right. Because again, being that we're coming into time, man, like no other, like it talks about in Daniel's 12:1. All right. How bad things are going to get, how uncomfortable it's going to get, even for the men of the Lord, even for the elect. All right. But this is definitely the time to, stay prayed up, man, and keep your mind focused. Keep your mind clear-headed. Don't let all these other distractions throw you off course, man. All right, because you definitely don't want to be one of those that's caught out there like a thief in the night. You don't want this day to catch you unawares, man. Because these people, man, they're in for a rude awakening. All right, they put their trust in Egypt, man, like it's often being quoted. But it's going to be to their shame. All right. Ephesians 5:15. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly. All right. So again, basically you want to walk, like I said, like keeping your head on a swivel, constantly paying attention to what's going on, man. That, when you break down that word circumspect, all right, circumference, like a 360-degree angle, all around. Right. And then spect, like to spectate, to basically to look, so you just want to constantly be looking around, paying attention to what's going on, man, because we're in those times, man. It says, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil, and again, man, you can't stress it enough that the times that we're coming into, man, very dangerous times we're coming into, very perilous times we're coming into. All right. So this is the time to stay prayed up, man. Don't get caught up with all this other nonsense that's going on in the world, because like I said, don't be surprised if you see Jake out there celebrating, barbecuing, because they're God, all right, being Esau Edom, being this, even more so this guy, this devil Joe Biden, all right, he's now in office, all right, Um, Because I think, man, let me go back to I'm gonna read this one more time. Ephesians 5:15. It says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." All right. So again, paying attention to the times that we're in. Redeeming the times. Knowing that again, before the kingdom comes, that all hell, all these things have to take place. And again, just looking out for prophecy, seeing what goes down, how things go down, how Yahweh Shem Shai plays these things out. Because like I said, we've been given the insight through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. We've been given the insight, but we just don't know how it's going to play out. But let me go back to this real quick, because I spirit is telling me, man, that we read on down back to 1 Thessalonians 5. Yep, see, this is it. All right, call Yahweh Shem Shai. I'm gonna start at verse 1 Thessalonians 5. I'm gonna start at verse 15. It says, "See that none render evil for evil unto any man, but ever follow that which is good, both among yourselves and to all men." All right, and basically, man, again, stay focused on this truth. All right, because like the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. All right, this is going to be the only thing that to carry us when it's all said and done, and all hell breaks loose. All right, this is all that we're going to have. All right, because like I said, things are about, life is about to get really uncomfortable. And for a lot of us, for a lot of us, this a lot of this stuff that we have, man, these possessions and whatnot, it's going to be taken from us. But one thing they can't take is the truth. They can't take this spirit. And this is what pisses Esau off so much. All right, because he can't control our spirit. Well, concerning the elect, all right, because they're sealed, man. Concerning the elect and the one third, man, they're sealed. All right, they've got it. They've already got the victory. It's just a matter of these things playing out. And that's what pisses Esau off, because they can't take our spirit. They can take everything from us. They can take our family, strip us from our family, our cars, everything. But they can't control our spirit. They can't take our spirit. All right, so stay focused on this truth, man. All in all, stay focused on this truth. Verse 16, it says, "Rejoice evermore." All right, being that, again, more and more, man, these prophecies, man, like I said, man, if you're paying attention, man, if you're watching, it's these things are definitely happening, and they're happening. The Lord is definitely speeding things up, man. All right, like the article that came out not too long ago about basically time is speeding up. That the earth is spinning faster than it's ever been. All right, and again, because like the scripture say, man, the Lord said that He would speed the days up for the elect's sake. All right, so like I said, because things are ramping up, man. So this is a time to be, even though we deal with the bullshit, our daily vexation and, our lives and whatnot, we deal with what we got to deal with on a daily basis. But nevertheless, all right, even with that being said, man, still being in the spirit of rejoicing, all right, because these things are coming to pass. The Lord is moving on our behalf. He's working on our behalf. All right. It says, verse 17, it says, "Pray without ceasing." All right. So this is a time, man. Praying now more than ever, like I keep saying. All right. Because once things really start happening, man, it's like we're going to be in a constant state of prayer, because things are going to be happening so fast, and things are going to be happening left and right, back to back. All right. We're going to be in a constant state of prayer. So if you're not in the spirit of prayer now, man, hey, get Yahweh Shem Shai familiar with your voice, man. Get him get acclimated with praying to Yahweh Shem Shai, man. All right. Verse 18, it says, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of the Most High and Hamashiach Yahushua concerning you. Quench not the spirit, despise not prophesying." So you see, because again, man, we're in the time of prophecy, man. And this is why the elders, the apostles and elders, and all the men on down of Great Millstone, they're constantly pushing prophesying, prophecy. All right, because a lot of these other camps, man, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm just throwing shade at these other camps or whatnot, because nevertheless they're out there doing the work and whatnot, but they don't really get into prophecy like the men of Great Millstone. They don't really push these things, like the mark of the beast, World War III. Some of these camps, they don't believe in nuclear missiles. All right, but nevertheless, man, because that's one of the most important things to get into, prophecy. Prophesying. like the scripture read above, man, quench not the spirit, man, because this is definitely not the time to be sleep. This is not the time to be lukewarm. All right, you're either going to be hot or you're going to be cold for your Yahweh Shem Yoshai. You're going to be on, and you got to be on fire for this thing, man. This is the time to be on fire now more than ever. All right. Verse 21, it says, prove all things, hold fast that which is good. All right, which again, this truth, man. All right, this is the most this should be your most prized possession. This is I know for me, this is the best thing that has ever happened to me. All right, this is all that I've got, and Lord's will, man, the spirit remains on me, as well as you, sincere Akim and Akwathim. Lord's will, the spirit remains on us to enduring this thing until the end, because that's what the scriptures say. Enduring, those that endure until the end shall be saved. Abstain from all appearance of evil. So basically that was it. Just stay prayed up, man, and pay attention, because anything can go down, man. These now that this guy Biden's in office, Jake, think that they got what they want. They're in that spirit of peace and safety. All right, but son of destruction is soon to come, and that's been coming out a lot lately. But nevertheless, man, eventually, because the scriptures say, though it tarry, wait ye upon it, because surely these things are gonna come to pass. It's not gonna be a thing of just us sounding like a broken record. Eventually, these things will come to pass. All right, and we're gonna be living in it very soon. So hopefully this was edifying. Lord's will, I'm gonna give all credit once again to Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time, Lord's will, I say shalom.